Installing a new Strassburger window so that it operates flawlessly is easy when you follow these easy guidelines. Remember that service calls cost everyone, so doing it right the first time saves money and creates satisfied customers and repeat business. Prior to installing your window, check that the opening is square and the right size. Always allow a minimum of a ½ inch around the entire frame. Make sure your window is the correct size, style, and color for the opening. The next step is to place shims at described locations around the opening as mentioned in this instruction. We recommend for the sill that you place your shims at each corner directly under the vertical jamb and no greater than 16 inches apart. Make sure these shims are level across the sill. And please note, always make sure to have your shims at the interlock point of side sliders and or double hung windows. This will ensure consistent sight lines of the sashes and help to prevent excessive air leakage at this point. Proceed to place shims around the perimeter of the opening, again, no greater than 3 inches from the corners and no greater than 24 inches apart. When you are installing windows that are joined or mowed together, always place a shim at that joint on the sill. Now clean any debris from the sill and ensure that the sill is level. At this point, install a water membrane along the length of the sill and approximately 6 inches up the sides. It is important that you contact your nearest DuPont dealer for installation instructions for any waterproofing requirements. Next, place the window in the opening. If the window is loose, you may add additional shims to the side. We recommend always using shim material that will make full contact to the existing shim and the window frame. These shims should be placed carefully as to not to bow or distort the frame of the window, but to keep it firm in the opening. Make sure your window is plumb and square. When installing windows into new construction, we recommend to use 3-inch finishing nails through the wood jamb extension on the inside of your window. Your nail should always have a shim at this point, excluding the top horizontal. When installing your windows with screws, pre-drill a pilot hole based on screw dimension. Most of your screws can be hidden by simply removing the interior cover caps from your side slider or double hung window. If your screws are going through an exposed surface, pre-drill a 3/8 inch hole in the vinyl frame first. Cover the hole with a plastic cap. We recommend you use 3-inch steel anodized screws for fastening. Your screws should always have a shim at this point, excluding the top horizontal. Avoid putting any screws into the sill area. If this is required, pre-drill a 3/8 inch hole in the vinyl frame. Proceed to fill the hole with the top grade PVC caulking and then insert your 3-inch anodized screws and cover with a plastic cap. Caution must be taken not to obstruct the movement of the pivot shoe when installing the screws. Once the window is secure, check the operation, making sure the gap is consistent around the sash between the sash and interior window frame and that the window is operating smoothly. Check to ensure your locks are making contact and securing the window closed. If not, make the necessary adjustments. Please note, we do not recommend solid shims in the header of any of our products due to the possibility of the framed wood header structure bowing down. You are now ready to seal the perimeter of the window. There are many products that can be used for this job. It is very important not to overfill or pack the cavity, as this could cause the frame to bow or distort and prevent proper operation of the window. Keep in mind you only require an air barrier at the dew point or glass line of your window. Filling the cavity completely has little or no benefit. If you are using a low expanding foam for this job, remember to keep the window locked for about a ½ an hour after performing this task. Prior to installing your trim around the window, unlock and operate the window to make sure you have not hampered the operation of the window. You are now ready to install your trim. Well, that's it. You've installed your Strassburger window the right way and avoided costly and aggravating service calls. Thank you for purchasing Strassburger windows.